What's up, guys? John Helton here, host of the Real Deal Combat Sports Show. My host, co-host, main man, Brian Brown. Truth, lies, everything in between. The worldwide leader in absolutely nothing. Like I said last show, that's hard to take. I mean,
you got that down pretty good. You got that down.
It's a good, it's good, man. I like it. I think being the worldwide leader in nothing, all we can do is go up.
That's it. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Man, so many things going on right now in the combat sports world that coverage is inevitable. We're going to bring it to you, folks. Just trust us. KBWA is big news right now. Todd Neal, I love you, brother. I love you, Todd Neal. You're always good to me.
A lot of social media chatter going on about this right now.
Yeah. Again, going back, Todd Neal's always been a buddy.
Good guy.
He's a great guy.
Suspended me once, but it was my fault. So.
Yeah. Me and Ty had an issue once. But we made up. We are good. I love you, Todd Neal. You are an awesome dude. And you've helped us out as a team in many, many ways, helping our fighters get on cards and improving, just doing what you do for everybody. You've done it for us, and we appreciate it. New KBWA regulations coming out for 2017. A lot of social media buzz, like you say, Ryan. I mean, what do you feel is the biggest thing that's going on with this that's really getting under people's skin or causing arguments or social media problems?
I think the biggest concern or what's going to be causing the most chaos is the 8% rule. Still a lot of questions to be answered. From my understanding, you weigh in the night before the fight, you can't be 8% more than whatever you weigh in at Friday. So seen a lot have been following it on Facebook, a lot of fighters, and in my opinion, I think it's a good rule. I'm not against the rule. I think it's a good rule. It makes things maybe a little more fair, but I don't think you're going to have fighters out there or just random guys who's going to say, oh wow, I'm glad that got put into place, I'm going to go fight now.
Right.
You're either a fighter or you're not.
It's more of a.
It's not something that's attractive. It's pushing fighters away. I've seen 2 to 3 fighters already within a 24-hour period of this getting released who's already said, I'm not fighting in Kentucky anymore.
And promoters too, that are really kind of worried, and because there's really no buffer period. It's boom, 2017 rolls around. If I read it right,
it's that. You've got guys who's been fighting at a particular weight for the life of their career, their pro career. Now all of a sudden, boom, well, you got to go a weight class up now.
Okay, so we broke it down for you here. We did a little math, and we're just starting at 145 and going up. Heavyweight, super heavyweight's kind of,
it don't really matter.
It's kind of one of the, there's not really a hardcore established class, would you say, for heavyweight and super heavyweight, but we looked at some numbers here, and so if you weigh in at 145 pounds, 8% of that is 11.6. So you weigh in Friday night, 145, you make weight. Next day, you can only be 11.6 pounds at the most.
Yeah. 11.7, you're not fighting.
I guess that's the way it is.
From my understanding,
there's no
gimme.
There's no
and that brings up, this is the questions and concerns that I would have just as a fan. Now, I don't call myself an active fighter, but
you do the champ.
yeah, looking into it, let's say that guy comes in at 145.6, or whatever, maybe 1-2 ounces off the cutoff limit. There's one less fight on the card that night. So a concern that I have, because from my understanding, there's no commission or no person from the athletic commission who is watching that Friday night weigh-in. And
I think that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And if you look down the numbers, the weight classes, 145 is 11.6 pounds. That's the 8% rule. 155 is 12.4. 170 is 13.6, 185 is 14.8, 205 is 16.4. I really don't know what to do above that. Like, if you said 8% of 265, which is, like we say, there's really not a class. I mean, I don't know really what's going on there, but it'd be 21.2 grams. I think it makes it tough for the 205ers, don't you think? The guys that want to fight it, they're like 205 and 185. That's like.
I think a majority of your big time cutters are cutting, you know, that 155, 185, and you know, anywhere between there, you're gonna get some guys that's cutting a lot of weight. I don't think, you know, my suggestion with the new rule, if you're walking around at 215, 220, you better cut to 205 because.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, but the big thing with me is, you know, you take, and I'm gonna use Brandon Bell for example. He's an established pro, been fighting for a long time. I'm sure he don't mind, but and it's no secret, he don't try to keep. He cuts a lot of weight.
Oh yeah,
you know,
he's got
the mentality.
He's a great weight cutter.
Still able to perform after he makes these large weight cuts, and I'm talking like weighed in at 156 on Friday night, weighs in at 181 on fight night.
Yeah.
You know, and that alone to me, that's part of competition. That's part of the fight.
That's how I say
if a guy can do that and still compete and win, hey, you know.
You know, I as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor, judo and all that, you know, weight cutting has just been a part of my life, you know, and not to the extent as it is though for a big fight, but over the years doing tournaments, that challenge of getting yourself to what you feel is your healthy weight, you know, I think it's part of it. You know, it's part of the challenge. It's part of the sport. It's sort of you know, if you can't cut weight, I mean, you just gonna have to suck it up and go in there, and then you might get paired up with somebody that's way bigger. I mean, I
kind of got a rule that I live by, and when it comes to weight cutting, for myself, for my kid, eat clean, train mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever your natural weight is, I'm gonna use my son for example. When he eats decent and he works out, he walks around 57 pounds. 57 pounds. Brandon Bell eats clean, trains mean. He is a lean 181. My personal rule, if I was Brandon Bell, I would not cut a weight class below. Like I'm going to 170. Anything below that is dangerous in my opinion. Making 155, that's not how Ryan does it. That's not how my son would do it.
Right.
But now, if I'm at the bottom of the food chain, let's say, for instance, the weight class is 55 to 60, and Maddox is walking around at 56.4. Okay, if he just stays there, he's going to wrestle 60-pound kids.
Right.
We're in it to win it. We're competitive. We want to learn, but we want to be safe. Man, the kid can pull away a rice cake that day and make 55 pounds. That's what he's going to do.
He's done.
You know, he's done that, you know, and we've been successful with it. But now as far as making these, especially a kid, you start cutting 5 pounds over for a kid, that's dangerous, you know, as far as that. But now you start getting up more at the adult level, anything over 10 pounds to me is a little scary.
Well, let me ask you this, and I don't think it has, but now this rule is just for MMA fighters.
Just for MMA fighters.
Not for the grapplers.
Not that I'm aware of, you know, like Jacob Couch, you know. Right. Jacob Couch is a not yet even old enough to fight. Very competitive, active grappler.
I already had a plan. I saw, 190 to 170. That's where he was going.
And he's, you know, so can he still make the cut? You know, I know that it's still dangerous.
I mean,
you're still talking.
Cut, but is he going to be healthy fight night? You
right.
know, that's a lot of questions. Mandatory weigh-ins on the Friday, of course, before the show, I guess. State supervised.
That's the thing.
That's the question. You know, are these Friday night weigh-ins? Are they going to be supervised? Because
here's
I'm
what I
not
see.
Saying anybody would do it, but I mean,
I'm not going to say anybody do it. But you're looking at right now.
There could be some crooked things.
You're looking at 8 to 10 fights on a card. On average, you're looking at 8 to 10 fights. You know, if you have more than 10 fights on a card, you had a great card lined up. If you somehow miss this cut, okay, fight not happening. People's already bought tickets. prepaid, door bought tickets.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this dude gets on the scale. Before he gets ready to walk out, he's overweight, fights off.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's say I'm a huge.
Let's say it's a big ticket drawer, man.
Let's say I sold half the crowd. I draw a big fight. Okay, I think what you're going to see happen is a lot of fight promoters, if that Friday night weigh-in's not getting monitored. Hey, let's say right now I'm 168, okay, or 170. I'm trying to make 155. I show up. I'm a big time drawer. The fight promoter says, you're 155, I don't care what you weigh. You're 155.
Yeah,
well, if you look at the math that you done, I can be 12.4 pounds heavier on Saturday night. So I really never had to make 155 to begin with if the promoters...
And that's the thing, you know, and we're not saying that any promoters are crooked.
Not saying that.
It's just that MMA has become a big deal. I mean, you know, so you've got money riding on it with the promoters. You got a lot of people that show up at these events. They want to see these fights happen.
Promoters are in it to make money.
Yeah, I mean that's what they do.
That's what they do.
And it's not like that's a secret. That's what they do. Well, I mean they do that. They love the sport, of course, but they're in it to make money. So. A lot of questions, I think a lot, but I mean, you know, Todd Neal, man, I've got to give Todd Neal credit, man. He always will bring clarification, and he will, buddy, he'll just speak.
He'll get it done. Yeah, I believe he'll get it worked out.
If somebody doesn't like it, Todd will just say, hey,
don't fight.
Bye-bye.
You know, that's the thing.
You know?
If you don't like it, you can.
But that's where the worry comes in that, you know, will MMA in Kentucky see a decline in 2007? I have to think that you're going to see some problems.
My prediction is yes.